Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I would like to review a movie that I watched just last night on Blu-ray. Now the movie is from 1968 and was directed by Takuzo Tanaka. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And it stars Shiho Fujimura and Akira Ishihama. And that movie is called The Snow Woman. The back, guys. Okay then, guys, as per usual, before I say anything further about the movie and give you my thoughts on the storyline as a whole along with the rating, I'll just read you the synopsis on the back of this edition, just in case you're not familiar with the Snow Woman. Two woodcutters head into the mountains to fell an ancient tree. Caught in a snowstorm, they spend the night in a mountain lodge where a female spirit appears and takes the life of one of the men. That's the titular Snow Woman. She spares the other man's life on the condition that he never tell anybody what happened that night. Now the woodcutter goes on to marry the mysterious beauty Yuki, and together they have a child. But Yuki catches the eye of a lecherous lord whose advances force her to reveal a dark secret. Period film specialist Takuzo Tanaka, a former assistant to both Akira Kurosawa and Kenji Mizoguchi, creates a broodingly atmospheric tale in which the viewer fully empathises with the ghost, featuring a score by original Godzilla composer Akira I hope I pronounced that correctly, Kubi. There you go, guys. That's the synopsis for the 1968 production of The Snow Woman. Now, did I enjoy this movie? Oh, I'll say I did. Absolutely fantastic from start to finish. And this entity known as the Snow Woman is steeped in Japanese folklore, because if you read books on Japanese ancient myths and legends folklore, you will come across the story of the Snow Woman. She's basically a kind of demon that materializes in a snowstorm, and she glides along. She doesn't walk, she glides along like, you know, it's like you've got superpowers and that, you know, and she basically curses anybody who she encounters, as is in the case of this movie. Not only does she curse, but she actually kills a few times as well. But really great story, guys. Love the wintry setting, the snowstorm and that, you know. And she's fantastic, the girl who takes this evil entity. Well, partly evil and partly, you know, you sympathise with it and that, you know. But I won't go too much into the multi-layered aspect of this movie. I'll let you get it for yourself to watch. But really enjoyed it, and I'll definitely be watching it again. Yeah, so this edition was originally included in the Radiance box set that came out a few months ago. A Japanese horror had ghost stories in, but oh yeah, really enjoyed this one, guys. It was fantastic, and not only did I love the main characters, you know, the entity, the Snow Woman, and the two guys, and you know, take refuge in the barn and that in the snow, but I also love the minor characters as well. They have a little boy in that, you know, he marries this girl, they have a little boy. They'll do a very, very evil lord, you know, who basically he just stops at nothing, really, guys, to cause misery to these people and that, you know. And there's one scene in the barn. I won't go into it too much. Oh, but wow, does he get his comeuppance? He tries to rape this guy's wife and that, you know. Oh, does he get his comeuppance and that, you know. A very, very cold comeuppance as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but yeah, oh yeah, really good way she first materializes in the hut and that, in the wilderness and that, you know, two guys that are asleep and that, and the door opens and that, and you see all the blizzard. Oh, it's great, guys. Fantastic if you love wintry settings. You see the blizzard and that, the snowstorm outside, and you see her coming into the hut and that, and her eyes go yellow. Oh yeah, she's really evil looking entity. This Snow Woman, guys, really, you know. Oh yeah, and she freezes the poor guy to death and that, you know. All frost comes all over him and that. But she says to his younger companion, "I'll spare you, you know, because you're young and that, you know. Basically, you've got your whole life ahead of you on one condition, that you don't tell anything about what happened here tonight in this hut." So basically, you know, he keeps to his word and that, you know. But of course, like, you know, it's a horror movie, isn't it? Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But all really enjoyed this, guys. It's a fantastic movie. And I believe the Snow Woman also makes an appearance in that other Blu-ray release called Quaiden, which I've ordered, along with 3 other stories and that, 4 Japanese ghost stories altogether. I've ordered a special edition from Eureka Entertainment, so I believe the Snow One makes an appearance in that, so I can't wait to see that one. Oh, but this is a great, fantastic entity. This guy's a Snow Woman and that, you know, the way her face changes and that, you know, as I say, her eyes go yellow, and she's got a really malevolent look about her. And oh yeah, right, this is right up there, guys, with all the great classics of J cinema, you know, The Ring, The Grudge. And I actually admit I like this better than The Ring and The Grudge. It was that good, guys, you know, because it wasn't just a ghost story. It had a good, you know, family drama story as well, and it tied in with this evil lord and that, you know, who basically just torments this married couple, you know, relentlessly, you know, and very, very lecherous as well, and that, you know, as I say, he tries to rape her in the barn. But oh, what happens to him, guys? I'll let you see the movie yourself and that. But this is a great edition. I've got some special features here. This is a new 4K restoration. Appreciation by filmmaker Masayuki Ochi. The Haunted Mind of Lafcadio Hearn. A visual essay by Lafcadio Hearn scholar Paul Murray. He's the Irish guy who put all the ghost stories together. You know, it's centered in Japan. Very well worth the read if you can get your hands on the book. You've got the trailer, newly improved English subtitle translation, and newly commissioned artwork by Filippo De Battista. So there you go, guys. Yeah, fantastic movie directed by Takuzo Tanaka. This edition runs to 80 minutes long. The Snow Woman. If you love your winter horror movies, guys, and you know you like your Japanese horror movies, you'll have a blast watching The Snow Woman. A very, very icy blast as well, if you'll pardon the pun. Yeah. I must warn you guys, with it being a Japanese movie, there's no English, unfortunately, there's no English, you know, oral dialogue. It's just the subtitles, but I didn't mind that, guys, because it was a very, very atmospheric movie, you know, the snow-capped trees and that, you know, and just a very, very overwhelming sense of unease running throughout this movie, guys. And but great actors as well, you know, as I say, the main protagonist, like, you know, the guy who spared his life and that, by the Snow Woman, he plays a great hero, he really does. And what he goes through at the hands of this lord and that, you know, he's basically rivaling this other guy in the village to do this sculpture. And he's basically warned, like, he's got to do it as soon as possible and that, you know. So basically, he's got to concentrate on that, and he's got his wife and have to worry about his wife and that, you know. And she's very, very like sort of like highly strung, his wife and that, but she's harbouring a dark secret. But that's all I'm going to say, guys. I don't want to give too much away of it. But really, if you like your Japanese horror, guys, I highly recommend you check out The Snow Woman from 1968. Lovely picture quality as well. Lovely cinematography, you know, the snow-capped landscape and the blizzard. I love the part where she go, oh God. That part where she comes into the cabin at first and that the door opens and that you just see nothing outside, and then she just comes in and that and closes in on the two sleeping fellas and that. It's great, guys. I love The Snow Woman. Okay then, guys, that's my review of the 1968 J horror movie, The Snow Woman. Have any of you guys seen The Snow Woman? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. But oh, I loved it, guys, and definitely this is definitely staying in the collection. Great entity, you know, and I'll be reading up a lot more about the Snow Woman. Any stories on the internet and that, you know, absolutely fascinating character. Yeah. Okay then, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So yes, I'm going to give the Snow Woman a 10 out of 10 because that's how much I enjoyed this movie. Absolutely impeccable movie. I was hooked from start to finish, and really, it didn't leave me cold at all. So yeah, I had to get that pun in again. Okay, then, guys, that's it. If you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments. They're all going well. I'll be back again very, very soon. But yeah, highly recommend The Snow Woman. Fantastic entity. Very, very scary entity as well. Okay, bye for now.
If you enjoyed watching this video, guys, you might like to check out my website at www.alantoner.com. You'll be able to find out a little bit more about my work as a writer and all the books I have published to date. Thanks for watching.